Alright, some next part of the problem. We have to know something before we do the next problem, which is something about complex numbers. Okay, so complex number, as I told you, it deals with imaginary numbers. So here's what you need to know about complex numbers. There's a form, okay, and there's a standard form of a complex number. It is a plus bi. You know this little I here? That I is an imaginary unit. Okay? Now, so there's two parts to a complex number. 1, 2. This part right here is the real part. This is actually a real number. Okay? Like 5 or -2 or whatever it is. That's the real number. This, since it has an I with it multiplied by something, that's the imaginary part or imaginary number. So there's two parts to a complex number. There's a real part and an imaginary part. For example, like -5 plus 3i. I know this is a complex number in standard form. You have to remember that because I'm going to say make sure it's in standard form, and I'll take a point off if you don't. Okay, if you put 3i minus 5, which, okay, you think it's the same, but if it's not in standard form, I won't accept it. Okay, the real part and then the imaginary part. Okay, so let's go to our questions. Write the expression. So here's an expression as a complex number in standard form. So this is important. So you should be thinking, okay, a plus b. It has to be an a plus bi. Basically, look at it. This is a binomial plus a binomial. It's kind of like if these two are x's, just kind of put them together, okay? We can't do anything with this. Can't do anything with this. So now we can just do 8 minus I plus 5 plus 4i, right? So put the i's together. That's like terms, and put 8 and 5 together. 8 plus 5, there's my 13. And then -i plus 4i is positive 3i. Then I make sure, is it a plus bi? Is that a? Yes, plus bi. Okay, it's already in standard form, but a lot of people forget to put it in standard form. Don't let that be you. Okay, that's part number 1. Part number 2, we're going to subtract these. Here's a complex number minus a complex number. Well, I would do this, 7 minus 6i, and then subtract these, kind of like distribute the negative sign, right? So minus 3, and then minus a minus 6i, which makes positive 6i, and then put it all together. So 7 and then minus 3 together, which makes 4, and then we got -6i plus 6i, which makes 0i. But you don't actually have to write this. 0i means there's no imaginary part, which means the answer is 4. And yes, this is still in standard form. Okay, even though it's just a number, that just means that the imaginary part is 0. Okay, so that's still in standard form. And last one. This is a little more complicated, but still easy, right? 10 minus this thing plus 4i. So 10 minus. So what I'm going to do is distribute to minus. 10 minus 6, and then minus a positive 7i. So minus 7i. Still have plus 4i. And just put them all together. 10 minus 6, there's 4. And then -7 plus 4 is a -3i. I always make sure, is it a plus bi? Yeah, it is. A and then bi. There we go. These are all in standard form. Make sure that happens. Okay, here's example 2.